Hello everybody and welcome back to GrindCraft, where today we're starting in the end at the Shulker farm, which I've talked about a few times recently. Basically it had broken in 1.20.2 because there's a bug that has since I think been fixed. I think in 1.20.5 it will no longer be a bug, but basically Shulker projectiles would break armor stands, which this farm relied on. And so when 1.20.2 came out, it broke. Anyways, point is, there was a fix, so I want to thank Blaze Dude, whose design this was, and who also published a fix for this design. And, well, I've been AFKing here for a few hours, and we got, I'd say, 2 Shulker boxes worth of Shulker shells, which is pretty fantastic. So I will take those home with me. However, sadly, I was just checking on this before recording, and turns out it broke again, and I don't really know why it broke. It did this a couple of times when I was trying to get it working the first time. It took me a couple tries to get the Shulker to stay where it needed to stay, but now it's just sitting here, and it won't move, and there's not a Shulker down here to spawn new Shulkers. So I don't think it's ever going to work again unless I put a new Shulker in here. So I might need to find a different farm design, a more robust one, because this one doesn't seem to be working. If I do find a different design, I do have a bunch of materials here that I can use to fix it in the future, but I don't know. Two Shulker boxes full of Shulker shells is a good enough amount for me to just refill my stores for a little while. So I'm going to take this win for the moment. And yeah, we're just gonna head on back. There is, by the way, an end return portal over here. Yeah, right here. So we don't have to go and fly all the way back together, thankfully, because as you all know, I don't edit my videos, so this is gonna be a relatively quick trip. But with the Shulker farm working again, or at least having worked a little while, it does mean that we are probably not gonna have to worry about Shulker box supplies for a little bit, which is good because we are using Shulker boxes to store pretty much everything right now. Just checking my storage here to see if we want to move anything around while we're here. It doesn't look like it. I don't really have a plan for this episode. I was just going to kind of give you updates as we go, so come over here. I think in the last episode we built this cactus section, but I went and built 3 more, so we now have 2 full layers of cactus, which means we are pretty much at the point where we're making as much cactus as this farm. I think it's one quadrant less, or one layer less, basically. But we also have all of these 2 rows of furnaces filled up, smelted, all good to go. I think they're even all fueled. No, not entirely. The fuel hopper line is still not entirely full. I was able to make a whole lot of progress with this once I realized that these hoppers that point into the furnaces to supply the fuel, I could just fill in 4 of the slots with red dye, and then I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, those 4 slots. Like, that's a whole lot less fuel that I need to produce in order for all of this to back up. That being said, I'm pretty sure that this is backed up to a significant degree. If we go along the row here, yeah, it's about maybe a little over halfway full, and then the other side is completely full. So that's really great. And then over here, the old cactus smelters, I've actually started removing. These all have XP in them, so basically I'm just mining them out when I need to repair my pickaxe. But I've removed all of the outputs, all of the inputs, so that's where a lot of the fuel came for, to put into those smelters. So this is on its way out, basically, and all the cactus is now just going into storage and /ore into creating bone meal. So that is what that's doing right now. And then over here, I also did do a little quality of life upgrade here. This is a Shulker loader that I can use to put cactus dye, or green dye rather, into these chests, and then it will go into the Shulker boxes and be automatically turned into Shulker box full of green dye, as opposed to me having to manually load Shulker boxes every time I want to repair a pickaxe, because that was getting really, really old. So I'm glad I made all those updates, or made all those changes, and I'm excited. I'm happy that things are kind of starting to take shape here in the world. And yeah, I'm ecstatic. I'm buzzing with energy to continue making progress. Obviously, I still have to move the kelp farm, the sugarcane farm, the melon farm. I kind of like to make a pumpkin farm, given that I'm doing some villager trading now. And then I think I might wait to move the mob farm until this Deepslate quarry is done, and then we'll just move the mob farm into that area. I think that makes sense, because then we've got farms on these two sides, and then we've got we can have kind of villagers on these other two sides. That might be a decent option. One of the things I could do over here, for example, is do a combination villager breeder and iron farm, which might be a good way to do things, actually. But speaking of Deepslate quarrying, let's actually get into some, and I'll show you how this has been progressing. It's been a bit of a slog. So we come up here. You can see there's a lot of cave systems, and I've been trying to do what I said I would do. Basically clear out a little footprint around any of the cave systems that crop up. It's been very challenging. It's been taking up most of my time in between super breaker runs to try and just clear out the area around these caves. And so I'm kind of second guessing myself. I might change my mind and stop doing that just because it seems like it's such a slog. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't made a final decision. Yeah. And it is kind of changing the way that I have to do these super breaker runs as well, because you can see, like, I have to do this kind of short and stubby part rather than the full Monty of, like, going across the entire quarry. So the super breaker runs, at least, are relatively quick, and I am clearing things out pretty quickly as well. Like, stuff just falls apart, basically, once I've got the caves kind of bordered off. But it still takes me a lot of time, and I don't know. I'm not entirely happy with it, so I haven't made a full decision yet. But I'm questioning right now whether or not this is what I want to end up doing. But everything is boarded off right now, so I think we can go into a stone quarry. I'm just going to double check quick that I have, in fact, done all of the Deepslate bordering that I need to do. It looks like I have. This area is really annoying because it looks like there's a lush cave here, and I don't normally have a hoe in my inventory when I'm quarrying, so I'm going to have to change probably the way that I do my toolbar for that. I don't really want to do that, though. It's all very disruptive. I hadn't even considered the idea of a lush cave in the quarry, so it's really throwing a wrench in my plans here. But it's okay. I did manage to find a bunch of pockets of, like, zombies that had armor on in some of those caves, though, that had just kind of clustered up and they were sitting there. Something that helps kind of remove random mobs in the world. It's always good to do that from time to time. But yeah, basically the way that I'm progressing in the world, I have to do it basically when I get to them in a quarry. So it's not something that I do very frequently. Like, the caves around my base right now are just kind of sitting there until I expose them to the air. So those mobs do tend to group up, and they group up over a long time. So it's not surprising to find new ones here and there, but that's okay. Alright, just grab the last bits here. We don't really have a whole lot of inventory space left, so I think we're just going to go on and drop things off. Yeah, trying to think if there's anything else that I want to update you all on. I don't think so. Like I said, I did some more cactus farming. I did some more, yeah, I'm just going over what I've already said. I'm planning to do the kelp farm next. I'm still kind of cycling through ideas in my head about how I want to do the kelp farming, because I think I want to automatically smelt them right as they come out of the farm. But yeah, I'm still not sure how best to do that. We shall see. Oh, here's another thing that maybe I should mention. These slimes are starting to become a problem really, really quickly. I think in the other quarry, I just didn't have as much of an issue with them early on in the quarrying process, but it does seem like they're more of a thing on this side, and I don't really understand why. So I might have to do the glass thing earlier than I did on the other quarry, just because they are becoming a bit of a nuisance. But we'll see. Yeah, I think that's most of the updates. I guess the other thing is the Bannerlords, well, actually just a channel update in general. We're pretty much at the end of the week. Actually, I think this is... Yeah, this is the Saturday video, right. So I'm recording the day before this video goes out. So I've been seeing kind of the results of my experiment of releasing a video a day during this week, and it's been going pretty well, actually. I've been seeing a lot of people watching the videos, and the Bannerlord videos are doing surprisingly well, so I'm happy with that. I guess I'm just I'm curious what you all think about what we've been doing on the channel recently, because it's still an experiment for me. Both to see if I can keep it up, because doing a video a day is not necessarily going to be the easiest thing in the world for me, but also to see how it does and like what the algorithm thinks of it. So, and what you think of it, more importantly. So if you have thoughts on video cadence and what I've been doing on the channel, including like whether you like me playing Bannerlord, or if you think that I should do something different in my Minecraft videos, like, do let me know, because it helps me to understand what you all want, and it helps me understand what the algorithm wants, hopefully, because I guess in an ideal world, what the algorithm wants is what you all want. So that is my goal with this. It would really help me out if you would leave a comment letting me know what you'd like to see more of, what you'd like to see less of, what you'd like me to do differently. Any suggestions really help at this point, because I'm really new to this. Like, I did streaming for a while, a long time ago at this point. It's been a couple years, really. But I really haven't done YouTube videos very much, so it would be very nice to hear what your thoughts are on that. And I guess to further that channel update, I am planning today on going through the backlog of like the stream videos for GrindCraft, because there's a lot of stream videos in the GrindCraft playlist that I think I'd like to clear up and put in their own separate playlist, so that you all don't have to like look at it and be like, oh, I have to start at the beginning of the GrindCraft playlist. Like, no, you don't actually. The streams are kind of a separate thing, so I'm gonna separate them out so that they aren't kind of weird and confusing for folks who are new to the channel. Like, I don't want you to feel like you have to go back to watch all of the 4+ hour streams that I did back in the day when I was streaming GrindCraft. So, yeah. And I might upload new ones, because I do have all of them saved on a backup hard drive. I think there's still a few that I have yet to upload. So as I'm doing that, I'll hopefully be able to upload any of the ones that are missing. But I don't know for sure if I have more to upload, or if I got them all done back a couple years ago, because I know I was trying to get them all uploaded, but I think I was most of the way done, but I don't think I ever got it fully done. And part of the slow part of that is that I try to scrub through the streams and let people know like what I was doing in a particular stream, just so it's not like, here's a 4-hour video, don't know what's in it, good luck. But yeah, I do want to make sure that there is some kind of description of what goes on in the stream. But we'll see. I'm just going to do a quick stone quarrying run. Probably not a full one. I do have time before bed. Just do this quickly. Yeah, I think I'm going to experiment. I think one of the things that has been working really well is the longer videos for Bannerlord. I don't know if that'll work as well for GrindCraft, but I might try doing like half-an-hour videos. So that's what I'm going to do today, just so you know. I guess you already know, because you would have seen the timestamp, but yeah, I'm experimenting with 30 minutes, I think, just to see if a little bit longer helps get people interested, or get the numbers up, because that view time really does help, I think. I think if people are interested in the longer form content, it's fine. I don't know how those numbers work. It's all kind of a mystery, I guess. But yeah, let me know if you like that, if you prefer the shorter videos, or whatever. So I'm certainly happy to receive any feedback, and it's a bit of a struggle, because I always ask for it, and I feel like I hardly ever get any real concrete thoughts from people. But whatever. I did get some really positive feedback on the last few videos, I think, so I'm glad to see that at the very least. But it is, as I say, not always easy to find the feedback that I need. Oh, Yeah, the tea is a perfect temperature right now. That is fantastic. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do. I don't know why. It feels like I really breezed through that Minecraft day. For some reason, it feels like I have all the time in the world to just do stuff right now. I guess I could check if there's shulker boxes in these chests. Always good to do every once in a while. Oh no, I could definitely do with refilling those. It's a pretty quick process. So let's just do that quickly. Should bring us nicely to bedtime. Oof. Alright, and then this, by the way, this mod is item scroller. So if you are interested in fast crafting and mass crafting, item scroller has what you need. Boom. Bedtime. Alright. And yeah, I guess I should also mention where we are in this Deepslate quarry, because I've done a couple layers while y'all were out. So if we're over here, this represents a Deepslate quarry that has not done anything. So we're at y equals 1, and over here, I believe we're at y equals -3. No, -5 even. So we're just about done with our third layer of Deepslate, which is really cool. I'm glad to be making that progress because I do want to get stuff done here. Like I said, I'm planning to put the mob farm over in this area, so it would be good to get this done sooner rather than later so we can clear up the mob farm and have a permanent spot for that. But it is not ready just yet, so it goes. I'm wasting a whole bunch of super breaker on that. Jeez. That's okay. Gives us more time to do stone quarrying, which I'm not mad at. I do like stone quarrying. Ooh. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to take another crack at that shulker farm because once again it broke. There are 3 shulkers left in that end city, I believe, that I set up shop next to. So I can refill it again, but only 3 more times. So I don't know. It's not ideal for me to have to keep refilling it with a new shulker every time I want to run the farm for a little while. But I think that's probably what I'll do for the rest of tonight, because I've got, like I said, I'm gonna do some work on the stream videos that I've got in the backlog, and I'm gonna do, I don't know, probably something else while I do that. But I've got time, I think, to AFK. So if I can just set up the shulker farm so that it's running, and then sit there AFK for a while, so that I hopefully can build up my shulker shell collection again. Hopefully that'll start to work. I don't know, because I really want to have a stable shulker farm so that I don't have to worry about my shulker box supply anymore. And it's just, oh, I fell. I meant to jump, but I fell. There's 1, and there's 2 up here. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do today, and then hopefully that means when I come back, I will be able to once again report that the shulker farm is working, and hopefully it will work for longer this time, because, you know, as much as a couple hours did get me 2 shulker boxes worth of shulker shells, I really need more than that, especially if I'm going to keep using them for storage purposes. Like, those are shulker boxes that I don't get back, so it's not like I can keep recycling them. I have to keep making more of them. Kind of annoying that keeps breaking, but whatever. Not to say that the farm is a bad design. It works really well, but I think there's maybe something that I'm not doing completely correctly, and I'll just have to experiment and see what I can find out, I think. Out this gravel and then haul it there. Go back to Deepslate. almost feels like I have to sneeze, but I'm holding it off because I definitely don't want to sneeze into the microphone. I think it's maybe that time of spring where allergies start to become a problem for me, which would make some amount of sense. Though actually the past couple of days it's gotten colder and colder. We actually got a freeze warning here in Minnesota. Middle of April, freeze warning. Drops to below freezing. It's crazy. I guess it makes sense, because it has been a weird winter all around. But nevertheless, shocking to receive news that it was going to drop below freezing in the middle of April. I guess especially after such a mild winter. It's like we just didn't have snow. We hardly went below freezing at all. And now here we are. There we go. Another little section of Deepslate all cleared out there. I suppose now I could start doing the borders, but I think I want to wait until I do the rest of this Deepslate. Oh, I missed an item. All blocks are sacred. Oh no, it's slime. Slime, definitely not sacred at this point. Definitely not. I don't know why I'm going over there. I need to go up here. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I guess thinking about future plans. So we're thinking about the mob farm. We're thinking about kelp farms. I talked a little bit in the last episode about an ice farm of some description. That might be nice. Don't know how much of a thing that's going to be, but we'll see. Trying to think of what else there is that I need to like think about. Oh, a bamboo farm. I definitely need to set that up. In probably, well, maybe not immediately. I could wait until 1.21 for that, because that I think, oops, just fix our wall there. I think the bamboo farm will be especially useful for creating like chests, barrels, sticks, that sort of thing with the auto crafters. So it might not be as useful for me to create the bamboo farm now. And it would, if I wait until 1.21 releases, then it would give me extra time to like clear out more space for it. So it might be good to wait for that, but I don't know. We'll see. But that will be really nice to just have some auto crafters that like make chests for me, and then I don't have to worry about manually crafting chests when I run out. I can just run over to the output of the auto crafter and be like, aha, chests. Perfect. That will be very, very nice. I think I'm really looking forward to the auto crafter. It's going to be a huge quality of life change. Hey, you're not allowed to be here. That's what I thought. All right. Let's see here. Drop these items off. We have a little bit more time in the day. We can probably do another stone run. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I'm not doing as much Deepslate mining, just because the chunks are so small. Not the chunks, but like the sort of sections of Deepslate are smaller right now because of all of the caves. But it means I have a little bit more time to do stone quarrying, which I don't mind at all. I really enjoy stone quarrying. I think I already said all of this already. Starting to repeat myself. That's a sign that the video is maybe going on too long, but we're going to keep on soldiering on here. I want to do 3 days. 3 Minecraft days, and then we'll call it quits. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, other than the bamboo farm, kelp farm, mob farm, I think I need to make a honey farm. I think that might be something that's worth my time at this point. I also kind of want to try give another shot at the passive mob farm that I tried to do a long while ago. I think it might be better now because there's my base is even further away from the nearest grass, so I think there's a better chance that I'll be able to make a passive mob farm. Like, there won't be as many passive mobs loaded when I'm in my base, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I know that The rules for passive mob spawning are slightly more complex. So I don't know. We'll give that a shot. I might give that a shot off camera and see if I can't make a passive mob farm. At least a manual-ish one to start with. It would also be good for me. I think I was thinking of in the area with the villagers in it. I was thinking about setting up some manual plant farms, so like a tree farm, some like wheat farm, beetroot farm, all that stuff, so that I can get, first of all, so I can get wood, because it's always good to have that, and also so I can get farmable items to trade to the villagers. I think that would be very useful to have. But yeah, I don't know. I've not made any firm decisions on that one. I think it'd be nice to do that, but I think it would also maybe be nice to have automatic farms for all that stuff over here. It's hard for me to, oh, ow. It's hard for me to know for sure what I want to do there. Just because there's just so many different ways that I could do it as well. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep thinking on that. But there's definitely a few different options for me to like potentially pursue, like different little things I can do here and there that aren't necessarily mining all day, as much as I do love mining all day. It's not necessarily what I want to do every single time I'm in Minecraft. There. Should hold me over for the rest of today. I think we'll actually finish this this layer, which is super cool. Where is there a spider? It's like right underneath me. Must be in part of the cave that I haven't unearthed yet. Alright, just grab this tuff, so that's easy. Okey-doke. And then just a little bit more left here. I'll grab this tuff as well. Sure. Boop. And yeah, on our next Super Breaker run, we should clear this all out. Should be easy. I'm actually gonna go run and check for gravel over here, because I know there is some. Yeah, clear this out. Something I try to do on every layer is just clear out any gravel I see, because if I accidentally break into it during a Super Breaker run, it disrupts what I'm trying to do. So always good to do that when I'm thinking about it. Also, all the excavation drops. Yeah, they disrupt my my inventory a little bit as well, so it's good to get rid of those all in one go. Alright, up to the stone quarry. One last time in this video, I think, because we are going to finish the Deepslate layer in the next Super Breaker run, so we're going to have to clear out, we're going to have to border off the next layer, or, well, the layer after next, rather. See what I mean about gravel? Just gets in the way. It's almost as bad as sand. At least if you ask one particular Sith Lord. Alright. Well, we're making good progress here, I'd say. All the quarries are kind of humming along slowly but surely. We will eventually clear out yet another area for me to use for farming, and storage and whatever else. And that will be very, very, very good. I think it's also worth noting that this stone quarry is definitely progressing faster than the Deepslate quarry. And I think I knew that that was going to happen, of course, because stone is faster to mine than Deepslate. But I don't think I quite recognized how much of a change, or how much of a difference it would be, so we might finish that stone quarry very, very quickly and have to set up a new one, which is not a bad thing. Doesn't mean that I'm going to have to get another beacon, but definitely, that's definitely not a bad thing. that could definitely be something that I do anyways, just like in a video. I was actually thinking about that for today, is maybe just like spend some time in the nether going and killing wither skeletons and hoping for enough heads to get a beacon drop, or to get a beacon, but haven't done it yet. Might be, actually, why not? Let's call that the next episode. Actually, let's plan that for the next episode. I think that would be a good idea. 32 seconds. Yeah, and I think that'll be actually a really fun episode, because then I can just kind of show you what that process looks like. I don't think it's something I've shown on video. I'm not even sure if it's something I've shown. I definitely did it on stream the first few times. But that area in the nether has definitely changed, because every time I'm there I try to expand the nether brick platform so that I have a little bit more space for wither skeletons to spawn, and just so it's a little less dangerous for me to kind of be there. But it takes a while for that to work. Alright, quickly run over here. This is kind of a waste of a super breaker, honestly. I probably could have done this quicker, just doing it myself. But whatever. It's fine. It is what it is. Alright. We already did gravel, so that's no problem. What is over here? Oh. Get one of my arrows back. Always nice. Yeah, this little piddly deep slate outcropping. Alright. So now, the next thing we do is start clearing, or start bordering off the next deep slate layer. And you can see we already have the 2 wide here, but we want to make it 4 wide so that we can dig the 2 wide for the next layer in a little while. And it's just a straight shot, straight down, straight back. There is, there's a bit of cave there, but I'm going to leave that untouched for the moment. Basically, we start dealing with the caves on the second, like on the further down layer, because there is often some bordering that we need to do, some additional bordering that we need to do. The next cave layer is like one position off to the right or off to the left or whatever, so it changes the footprint of what we're doing when we have caves. Every layer is going to be different. It's always going to change. And it's a bit of a pain, but it is manageable. So once I've done all the borders themselves, then I start doing the caves. And sometimes I forget to do a cave, and I've honestly found it's not that big of a deal, but I try my best. It does make it easier, and it does make these layers go faster. So I kind of like it. And I think this is the last layer we're gonna see this this geode, actually. I think by the end of this layer, or maybe the next layer, we'll be completely through it. At the very least, we won't see any more budding amethyst after this layer, I think, because I think this block is the floor of the geode. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's true. Yep, it is. So that'll be good. Okay. Well, I think we're actually pretty much done. That flew by. Well, I can't speak. So yeah, I think we'll call this an episode, and just do our little outro here. So first off, I think I was saying a bunch of this earlier on, but if you like the video, then click the like button. That's what it's there for. If you have any suggestions, questions, thoughts, I don't know, if you want to share with me your thoughts on NCAA football, anything, I don't really care. Put it in the comments. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see more videos of any of the kinds that I do, then hit the subscribe button, because that's how you know when I release a new video. And of course, you can join the Discord too. I also put new videos up there, and that's where you can find me just in case I accidentally take a long break, let's say. But other than that, yeah, I hope you enjoyed your time here on GrindCraft today. I certainly did, and I will see you tomorrow with another Bannerlord video. See you then. Bye.